Was there ever a moment when you were growing up that you realized that your life felt different from other kids?
I would say coming from divorced parents,
Yeah.
I felt different. Wasn't as, common as it is, was for my children.
That's true.
As in fact, my daughter was like, why don't you two just get divorced so I can be like everybody else? And, wishes come true.
Ours, if we were wanting to be cool, that's.
Yeah, she wanted to be cool. But yeah, for me, like, even in my neighborhood, when my mom was married, like to it was her third husband, the father of my brother, everybody was really, except for I think one or couple or something, were on their like, first marriages, or we didn't really think about it,
Yeah.
like the blended family as much. And my friends that I clung to were from that. So yeah, kind of made me feel a little different, made me feel a little weird, especially like when the time I didn't see my dad.
Yeah.
I was just, yeah.
Yeah. So then you especially felt that because you felt like, where's my dad? And
Yeah.
you probably hear your friends talk about their dad.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. And even the ones that were kind of like on second marriages or whatever, they went and spent time with her. They were gone, to do that. And I wasn't. And I didn't know why I wasn't. But yeah, just made me feel kind of like.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there anything that you had to do to ever make you feel secure as young Kelly?
Oh, you know what I used to do? At nighttime, when I went to bed, and no, this isn't dirty. Well, I'd have to pray.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would have to kick my feet. I love God. I love Jesus. I love God. I love Jesus 100 times. And I count on my fingers before I could fall asleep.
Wow.
And I still do that today.
Oh, it's amen.
I don't count anymore, but that's how I fall asleep. I love God. I love Jesus.
Wow. Yeah. We all have our techniques.
That was my comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of, my teddy bear Fluffy.
That's cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah. How did moving between households shape you and the way you learned to attach to people?
We moved a lot when I was young. My mom and my brother and I. Yeah, I don't know how long we stayed in each place because I'm too young to remember. But yeah, we moved quite often. So I felt like, I'd make a friend or I'd get acclimated and then we were off to the next place. But I always had a home base with my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, that helped, like, because we were at their house a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of hard. I remember like leaving my friend Rodney when we lived in this apartment building. And then just all of a sudden gone.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom married my brother's dad is when we kind of settled in, and they stayed there till their marriage was over, and he even stayed there longer. But so that was kind of, I do have a touch point for my childhood home, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Because everything else was like the attic house, the mouse house, the apartment building, the other apartment building where we dropped our bell peppers out the windows because we didn't like them. So everything kind of almost has a name.
What did young Kelly believe that she had to do in order to feel secure?
I don't know if it was when I was a baby, but I know like probably around junior high, I felt like I needed to be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I needed to have the good grades. I needed to wear the right perfume. I needed to be manicured or hair a certain way and nails. And because I'd hear my mom talking with her friends about their daughters, and my mom's like, oh, wow. And just like, but never a compliment toward me. And, like at this point, I'm, probably a BC student occasionally, whatever, just kind of skating. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I think that I felt like I need to be perfect, but I can never strive. So almost when I started high school, I gave up and I was cutting class and I actually got expelled, kind of just did my thing. And then when I regrouped after I was out of my mom's house and living at my dad's, and I'm an honor roll student, I'm a straight A student. And then I felt like maybe I could appease her and please her, but, and myself, I guess, it felt good to be that person.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. It's so hard, right? Environment has so much to do with success.
It does. Yeah.
Because it helps shape our mindset.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. How are you going to go out when you go out in the world and your mind's in chaos? I was telling you earlier, like my mind, I don't know what's going on this week with me, but I'm starting 10 different tasks and then going, oh crap, I really need to go finish that. But I moved on because I just so distracted. And when I get like that, then it's almost paralysis for me, you know, like I get overwhelmed and then I just don't feel like I can do anything. Mm-hmm. So I have to kind of overcome that and then make my list and then start so I can start checking it off. I'm weird like that.
No, totally. It's in my world, we call that chunking. Like my son in some of his learning challenges, you hand him a novel like Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Honestly, you hand me a novel because I mean the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But a novel and say, read this. And if it's not my top priority, it's going to be really overwhelming to me. Right?
Yeah.
But no, even if you did that, there's such a thing as chunking, in which is you break it up into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
And it helps it be less overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you ever feel like more responsibility than a child than you should have felt? Like you had more responsibility than you should have as a child?
In my younger years, I don't. Maybe just trying. Yeah, maybe just trying to be good. Be better. Mm-hmm. Because I think I got in trouble a lot. I was always told, tone it down, Kelly, tone it down. Like, be quiet. I'm pretty hyper. Mm. So yeah, that's a point of contention for me. Don't tell me to tone it down.
I'd be the last one to tell you to tone it down.
You never would. I know you wouldn't.
I'm the one over there bouncing around.
And I know you're bouncing with me. So yeah, it's cool. But I think like when I got older and like when my mom was pregnant with my brother and I had my brother, they still like to go out a lot. So I took care of my baby brother a lot. And I'm 11. My mom even went back to work like for a summer part-time. And so I was his babysitter and she paid me, like $50 a week or something to watch him.
But he's your baby brother. That was nice to pay you.
No. Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to do it otherwise.
Smart kid. She was a businesswoman early.
Yeah. It's like, no, come on. And I should have held out for more, but $50 was a lot of money, to an 11-year-old there back there in the 80s.
I tell you, she was a tough bargain over here. Negotiator. She started young.
I think I could have got 55 out of her, but
tough times.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to blow a good deal. They say you can't be greedy. But I took care of them a lot. And I just remember, they would be gone. It was like at night. We'd already been asleep. My brother would wake up and then I'm with him rocking him, feeding him. And I'd walk down the hall and he'd wake back up because we shared a room. Mm-hmm. So that I just make a bed on the living room floor. So I go from the rocking chair, we just lay down on the floor and go back to sleep. It's exhausting. But an 11-year-old, when you're 11, 12 years old, that's a lot.
Yeah. It is a lot.
I didn't feel like it because I'm a total mom. Like I love being a mom. I was born to be a mom, I believe. But it's kind of pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I was also, the go-to babysitter in my community. So
did you make some loot?
I made some loot.
Or at least get cookies?
Huh?
You got cookies. We got a lot of cookies as babysitters.
Oh, I got like $2, $3 an hour, depending on how many kids. Mm-hmm. But I would go there and I'd actually clean their houses.
The responsible people in our examples in our life.
Yeah.
Taught us that stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure you go in and you leave it better than you got there.
Yeah. Yeah. I always
help
did.
the mom.
They
out.
loved it. They're like, thank you so much. I'm
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. What else was, kids went to sleep. What else am I going to do?